and I'm Dr. Claw.
What's happening? It's your boy Stick Steve, man.
Steve, what's happening? Yo, I'm Fremont Jackson, and Steve's got me on this couch, and so does Garland as well. I've been watching this fucking podcast and watching you guys do this shit, and I was like, I just, kung fu my way up in this bitch with you. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what's crazy?
What's happening?
Hey, we did the intro, right? And normally we had the headphones on.
Yeah.
And my ears started ringing. Cause my ears was ringing loud to the motherfucker, man. Because normally I'm used to hearing the music, so I had to kind of fill it out.
In your mind, you were still playing it.
Yeah, like in my mind, I was playing it. But it feels good to be back, man. I feel like I ain't been in this motherfucker in a minute.
Well, how long? When was the last time? When's the last time you been in front of the people?
Shit, I want to say it had to be the start of the summer, like July.
Wow.
August. It's been a minute, bruh.
Steve, how did we get you back here?
Man, it's been a journey, man. It's been a journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? I actually didn't think it was gonna come back on this thing for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we was talking about, this earlier, and I kind of want to bridge about it because I thought it was a good conversation. Commitment. We was talking about that. Yeah, we was talking about
the big C.
Yeah, the big C.
Commitment.
Yeah.
Capital C.
Commitment. You know what I'm saying?
Commitment.
Yeah, big capital C. Big capital C. You know what I'm saying? So right now, does it seem like committing or having a commitment is even worth the risk in the model of today's dating society?
Man, you know what? We was talking about this shit at work today, man. I think social media played a big part in commitment and okay, fuck that. Let me go back. Commitment for me, right?
Right.
Sometimes I don't think it's worth it, man. Cause I feel cause just from what I've seen, right?
Yeah.
With relationships, a lot of people be in relationships, and a lot of motherfuckers don't really even be happy. They just be in the shit because they don't want to be by themselves.
Right.
So I see as far as from what I've seen a very few motherfuckers that be happy.
So question: whose fault is that though? If they in a relationship and they know that shit is unhappy and they aren't doing anything to make it different, then shit, in a sense, whose fault is that? That's their fault, right?
I mean, it is. It also sometimes make me think that what if we fucking like a lion, right? You see a lion get married?
No, that's because he has the pride. He has multiple women.
Do you think that we should just have multiple women?
I do at times. I definitely do. I think you would make more. Yeah, I'm motherfucking right. Yes, I think that shit makes perfect sense if you are the type of man that can manage and handle and take care of multiple women.
Cause a lion ain't got to take his woman out to the store and no shit like that. A lion just out in the wild. So.
All the lion has to do is, if you notice, bro, the female lions hunt. They take care of the kids. All he got to do is, if shit get too crazy or something threatens the pride, is jump up and handle that shit. So he don't move unless it's real.
Right. But for a human,
yeah, you
don't just get to just pop up when some shit go wrong. You gotta, it's different.
Okay, so let's say we talking about how you hear. I'm gonna talk freely. All right.
Nah, go ahead.
You hear bitches say things and I'm gonna say there's a difference. Women, bitches, hoes, 3 different spectrums. These are not all the same categories. Okay, so should I just say women?
I would just say women. I mean, okay, who's really watching right now? So you can tell
you gotta stop saying that kind of shit.
If they tuning in, they'll say something. But go
women, ahead. Okay. What was that? What were we talking about?
We was talking about commitment, the lion.
Okay, but it was somehow I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Bridging.
Oh my bad, I threw you off, bro.
It's all right. We were talking about. You said the lion. Oh, in life. Okay, so if we were talking about what do they say? Let's say classic gender roles, right?
Right.
Technically, that's kind of how it would have been, or how it was. People, I wanted to be like, you hear people say, I wanted to be like my grandmother or my grandfather. We're together and how it used to be. Okay, so grandma may or may not have had a job, right?
Right.
But let's say she did. She still cooked, right? Dinner and breakfast and all these things were prepared. She also made sure that everyone in the house, which was probably your cousins, aunties, and all those people, were mentally together because they had issues and things that would go through the day. They would not talk. They would probably go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? And then she would also make sure that your grandfather was satisfied in whatever particular manner that was, right?
Yeah.
So now what did he supposedly do? Granddad supposedly go out, I'm talking about, provided, made sure that everything was, in the house, the bills was paid, and this was supposed to be set up like it was supposed to be set up. So technically, that's kind of the move, because that's the move of the lion, just with one woman. Grandma was already handling all the basics of the day, and granddad just had to do that one solid thing, right? But now if a bitch can only cook like pot roast and macaroni and cheese, but wants you to produce, money, love, stability, and has no, that and doesn't have that opening to learn and understand, like how does that work, you know? Or even having a woman who has the ability to provide that and a man that can't play his part. How does that work?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy. So listen, I've avoided a lot of shit because of that,
Right.
based off what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like just the other day, I seen this lady online. I guess dude took it to fucking what's that shit called? What's that restaurant? Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
And she turned her nose up.
She wouldn't get out the car.
She wouldn't get out the car.
What do you think? How would you have handled that?
I would left her ass there.
I definitely think that he should have respectfully somehow got her out of the vehicle.
She looked like nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
He
to
should
say.
have pulled off.
But she wasn't looking like she was worthy of turning down fucking Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it $1.50.
Let's be real about that.
All right.
That does at times weigh for you to be like, shorty, you know you don't really look like you should be not accepting what it is I'm trying to give out, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You know
I mean, she
like,
had motherfucking
she had big back syndrome.
No, she had bear claw looks with fucking with motherfucking champagne fucking expectations.
Go take that wolf pussy in the cheesecake.
I mean, I ain't trying to degrade nobody, but that's the type of shit you got to deal with these days, man.
Oh my
like
God.
everybody can't be a rapper. Like I'm not Moneybagg Yo. I'm not any rapper out there on Instagram. So people see that shit on TV and think that's what it's supposed to be. Or if you ain't making, this type of money, then I can't be with you.
Are we lacking a sense of altruism, like a sense of community? Are we lacking a sense of understanding of one another? Like the young man brought us to this restaurant. If they had maybe spoken about it prior to, hey, I like this, I don't like that, maybe I could understand it. But just like, what do you think would make her respond like that? You know what I'm saying? Like just a general sense of you having manners. Oh, yo, I'm not really a Cheesecake Factory fan, but to play it like, I'm not getting out of your car.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that I feel so safe disrespecting you, and this is just unsafe in the general sense of things that women or no one should do. But if you don't know this man, and you're like, oh no, not only do I not want what you're giving me, but I'm not getting out of your vehicle, and I'm gonna drive all the way back to wherever we are going, and hopefully nothing happens.
I mean, I'm a respectable dude, man. So
You are.
Yeah, I'm respectable. So I just took her back. Because I ain't trying to go to jail.
Yeah,
I'm just like, yo, you gonna go back. And I ain't gonna disrespect no woman.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, yo, I'm just take you back home. Peace. And hopefully you find somebody who gets you to where you trying to go.
So what if
Good
when
luck on your future endeavors.
What if when you like, yo, okay, listen, if this isn't gonna work, I just take you home. What if she goes, nah, I ain't going back home. You gonna take me to another restaurant and refuses to get out of the vehicle? Because Steve.
Where's the soundbite? Where's a Russell Westbrook soundbite?
She is currently refusing to get out of the vehicle right now. Let's think about that. She won't get out of your car. Now we can say it's because of where we are, but that's still my vehicle. I'm asking you, hey, I don't like the Cheesecake Factory. I ain't getting out of here. I ain't getting out your car. We finna go somewhere.
I'm about to turn into a Karen. I'm calling the police.
and unfortunately, it would come to.
I ain't trying to go to jail. Listen, I'm not built for jail, sir.
Yo, I feel you, son. I definitely feel you.
I would be like, yo, I can get you an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I can pay for you an Uber to go back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
Yo, so
but that's why I don't be committing, bro. That's why like stuff like that. I'm not saying every woman is like that. You know what I'm saying? In my dating world, and that the women I've dated, I've never had that problem. The women I deal with, they be happy. They be like, oh, we going to Cheesecake Factory? Shit, let's pull up. I ain't never had nobody. I've never dealt with that before in my life.
I have had some crazy shit happen to me before.
What's the craziest shit you ever had? You had somebody turn down Cheesecake Factory?
I've been stabbed by a chick before.
How the fuck you get stabbed by a chick?
I still got the motherfucking rant right here. I have no marks on my body from any men. They're definitely pussy. But yo, I've had a young lady stab me about maybe 10 years ago.
What she stabbed you for? Would you say something smart to her? Did you
provoke
her?
No, I didn't. So I was gonna leave. I was gonna move. We were separating. And I was like, yo, we were supposed to move together. She had started like freaking out, you know what I'm saying? She was violent. The bitch liked to fight, and I wasn't really.
So you said you was moving out.
I was moving out. It's at night, you know what I'm saying? But she knew I was moving out. She gets upset. I'm in the bed. She would get mad. She gets mad, gets up, pulls the covers off. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to go up front. She goes, before I can go up front, she goes and grabs a handful of steak knives, gets in the bed. You know what I'm talking about? If you leave, I'm going to stab you. I was like, man, whatever. Nigga, I go up front. She walked right up on me. Bow! Popped me right in the demo. I started bleeding though. So I grabbed the blood. I did a Rambo and looked at her. I mean, shorty dropped the knives, ran. I duct taped that shit. You know what I mean?
Duct taped it?
I duct taped it when it showed my man's. Funny thing is, a few weeks prior, he was like, yo, you keep going like this, bitch gonna stab you. I was like, yo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm fine. I go to my mom's house, like, yeah, everything's fine. Nigga, I was asleep. That shit started throbbing.
So you didn't go to the hospital? I
went to the hospital the next day and was very much so treated as if I was.
So let me ask you a question.
Motherfucking, like if I was instantly the aggressor and I was not.
I need to ask, did she stab you out of fear of being alone or fear of not being able to pay the rent?
I think it was fear of being alone. I mean, her and I both were paying the rent. She was a teacher. That wasn't a problem, okay? But I'll tell you what it was, bro. It's the effect of certain people not being loved in a certain way. And sometimes they'll feel that love, you know, they'll take it for granted. For her, it was more of a, how could you leave? Like, how could you dare move on with your life if I don't want to move on with you? Like, it was one of those, because we had made plans to move. And it was like, oh, what the hell, man? Shorty got mad and put that thing right in my chest, you heard me?
Stabbed your ass.
Stabbed my ass.
Stabbed the fuck out your ass.
Steak knife.
Steak knife. Salisbury steak knife.
No, boy. Strip. You feel what I'm tell you?
Man, I feel like this, though, man. I used to say when women went crazy, right?
Yeah.
Whenever some shit like that happened, I'd be like, yo. I don't even want to say it now, but I got to say it now.
Just go ahead. You already know that.
I'd be like, yo, when people act crazy, I'm like, yo, did you stick your tongue in your booty?
They ain't that. I'm going to tell you something, though. When you put, listen, good loving and you put that dick on them is a mean combination.
Raw missionary sex.
I'm saying,
listen, no condom.
Listen, though, that connection, a lot of time with women, you know what I'm saying, or even with men, you know, the sex has no connection, so it's a physical thing. You know, you get your orgasm, hopefully, and then you ready to go.
Right.
But when there's a connection, and now this person can put on to you what they think you're going to be, what they feel you are now, what they want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And now you pleasing her physically. Say, man, she going to be more twisted than the slushy in the blender. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
So you gave her raw missionary sex.
Man, loyal like a dog.
You whispered in the ear that you loved her.
I didn't, yeah, because I did.
You told her you loved her.
I did, yeah.
That's what you fucked up at.
Yeah, well, it wasn't raw mission. I throw the forearm in the neck. My style is real aggressive and passionate. You know what I'm saying? It's like a UFC fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean that's crazy.
You gotta grab it like a just drop.
I gotta be careful. So for somebody like me, for commitment, right? I always give them like a wise man told me, give them 60%.
Now that's what. So that's
you gotta hold it back. You gotta put the governor on it.
You ain't never lied. So my partner used to say, he said, man, I give him the silver, the platinum. No, the silver, the gold, and the platinum. And I used to think he was talking stupid. Then I had a female friend of mine. She'd be like, gee, you gotta stop fucking these girls like that. Years back, I used to be like, you sound crazy. Like, I'm finna do my thing. But what that is it's true, because what you're doing is they're feeling like this physical connection, and it's what you're providing them physically, they're turning that into an emotional connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you really can't just drop it on them, because she gonna be like, man, why would he got to be feeling me? Why would he do this like that? Because I work out 4 times a week. That's the point. So I can stretch out. I can stretch you for like 2 hours.
Nah, you got to give them doggy style condom sex. Keep that shit impersonal as possible.
That DSC.
Yeah, doggy style condom. Yeah, you in there, motherfucker, doing that shit. Missionaries whispering sweet nothings.
Bro,
that's how you get stabbed.
Bro, I crack them up with that.
Yeah, you don't never get stabbed doing doggy style condom. She ain't gonna care.
You gotta grab that chin and lean in, man. Look her face.
Nah,
you know what I'm talking
I ain't
about?
doing none of that shit. You put choking them in.
Yeah.
See, that's what you get. You get stabbed when you choking shit. Looking them in the eyes and shit.
Yeah. You want to give it a little theater. Keep your glasses on, and then just throw them bitches in the middle of it. You feel me?
You get a whole Shakespeare that motherfucker.
No.
You a fucking what you call that? Thespian. A sexual thespian.
Sexual thespian. Thank you. The pussy like, thank you.
Nah, fuck all that, bro.
So check this out. Let's talk about something that's on India in the culture, right? You know who Funny Marco is?
I know who Funny Marco is.
Okay. Are you aware that Funny Marco just had what's my man Southside? You know, the 808 Mafia.
Yeah.
And Herbo had G Herbo on that.
Herbo was counting the money the whole time.
Yeah, not only that though, you know, they had snatched his watch, you know what I mean? There was a clip he threw.
Whoa, who watch got snatched?
Marco's watch.
Who snatched his watch?
Well, one of the guys, because they had the guys with them. Somehow one of the guys had it, they holding the man's watch. And then he gives it to the South Side, and that bitch fell, bezel bust off the bitch and everything, okay? So then they snatched his hat and threw it and shit. So the thing is people are like, oh my God, they're bullying Marco. But Marco's whole thing is, it's pretty much, I feel like he does the same, he belittles, that's his setup. The whole setup and premise was done from Zach Galifianakis had a show called Between Two Ferns.
Right.
And he would do these same shows, these same interviews with celebrities and, just do ridiculous shit to kind of piss them off.
Yeah.
Now that it's being done to Marco, everybody was like, oh my God, you being bullied. I feel like it's demonizing 808 and it's demonizing Herbo.
But why they take it? But they went on his show knowing what it was. It wasn't like Funny Marco just cornered them in. They know what Funny Marco is.
So this is true. So this is the thing though. If it's your show, and just because I'm aware, you should also be aware that I may come prepared for that shit.
But why they gonna take his watch though? That's some real shit.
Yeah,
I mean, because it wasn't like Funny Marco cornered them. Like they know Funny Marco been out for a while.
And he was very much so non-threatening. Like during the time he was sitting there, like you could tell.
Yeah, like, Marco ain't out there pulling guns. They got 60 motherfuckers trying to take you. They was on some fucking. That's some like. I don't know. I guess they wanted to make a name for themselves. Man, I don't want to speak on these young niggas. I ain't trying to get killed.
But for something like that, you don't feel like, I personally feel like Marco does this to others. He doesn't take people's things, and there was he tweeted, he's like, I'm never disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, though, I feel like he's extremely disrespectful in these interviews.
How?
I feel like the shit that he be saying.
He just asked a question. You can either not answer it or answer it.
Okay, very true.
And then he can choose to air the episode or not.
Very true.
And so you could be a lame interview, or you feed into that. So if I go to Funny Marco, he asks me something, I might just be like, what the fuck of it, man? You know what I mean? Like, but you coming on knowing that that's what's going to happen. Just like that one chick that be doing interviews, the white girl that did the one with Drake. Remember she had an interview?
She was in the bed with him?
Yeah. And then, but Drake
that was snatched down.
Because he played Rack City.
Yeah,
he did that on purpose.
He did.
To get it taken down.
You knew that shit was going left when she was like, I left my son's birthday, I left my child to be with you. And he's like, wait, you left your kid?
You a bad mom.
Me? Man, like, it was over with from there.
But it's the kind of pretentious thing just people do for views. That's what we at now.
Very true.
Yeah, that's like people like to watch that type of shit because they want to see what the reactions are gonna be.
Yeah.
So all that is just what you call it? Would it be like shock and awe or some shit?
Shock and awe, very much so.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be. It's something out of the ordinary than a regular interview.
Just something to spike your endorphins. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind going. Oh.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
So like with knowing that people love these dramatic shocks, that they love these outlandish things now, would you say that that's something natural that happened within the culture, or would you say that shit was, in the words of Garland, in the algorithm?
I just feel like it's a thirst for more shit. Like after you watch so much stuff, you want to see something else. Like somebody who watch porn, right? Yeah. You watch some regular shit, motherfuckers start going off to the deep end because it don't hit them no more.
I need help.
You need something that's gonna fucking.
Need something a little bit more.
Yeah, you need something a little bit more that's gonna fucking hit your fucking brain and get you popping.
You need a stronger gangbang. You feel me?
Something.
So I've heard.
Something. That's what people want. They want more. Like they want more shock. They want more awe. They want more. You know what I mean? It's not satisfied. That's what a lot of time with me. Man, I don't want to go off the subject too much. But it's kind of like with media, you get so much now.
Yeah.
It's like even like with music, right? Our attention span is so short. Remember, you used to be able to enjoy an album for a year, learn the words.
You could just zone out.
Zone out. You get to appreciate the album for a year. Mm-hmm. Now it's like album, mixtape, album, mixtape. You like, bro, I ain't even get to learn the songs from the other one.
Really?
Because people get so much information now. It's just like nothing stays on for a long time.
So like, can the culture possibly burn out running at that pace?
I think it's eventually gonna burn out. I think if you have somebody who run right, eventually you're gonna have to stop.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a reset. I think with the culture, it's gonna be what you call it, like an ice age, where it's gonna fucking
freeze over,
and something gonna have to go, man. Cause the way we going, so okay. Man, I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute. So when people talk about the young generation, right, the young rappers that's rapping right now, and people be like, oh, they doing this, they doing that. I feel like it's just their time, right?
Yeah.
Because in theory, rap is a young man's game.
It is though.
So this is what
hip hop, right?
Hip hop. So you got the dudes from the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, the 2010s. Now it's their time in 2020s. Now what are they gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So either it's gonna crash and burn, or it's gonna, you know, freeze and reset, and some other people go. I think it might be full circle, where it might just be some new dudes from the next generation. You know, the next dude that's 10 years old. Yeah. They may come with something next from 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, I don't want to go this way. The rap game, the culture may go this way next.
So we got the 50 years of hip hop. All right. Do you feel like that is kind of like maybe a resurgence or the start of this new cycle? Because now we got all the old heads back, like, you know, Wu-Tang and Nas, the New York State of Mind tour. It's like what, second, third year, maybe even the fourth year. I'm not sure. 50 years of hip hop is going around the country. You know what I'm saying? Even 50 Cent, like 50 is like big as fuck outside of America still, you know. Is that kind of like the start of it?
I don't think it's the young people fucking with it. I think it's the people our age fucking with it. We tired of hearing the shit that's out right now. Oh, wow. So we going back to what we like. So we going to buy that shit. Because we like, if you look at your parents, right, at our age, your mom didn't want to go in no damn concerts. Like, maybe they was.
No,
but
they would go to the little lounges and
shit. Yeah, at 40, they weren't doing the shit. So we more different than our parents was when we was at this age.
We still going to concerts. Generation.
Yeah, we going to concerts. So they ain't nothing but people our age that can't relate to this new shit that's out. Okay. So they going to the concerts. I believe. That's what I wholeheartedly believe. I'm not an industry insider. Yeah. I don't know music like that. But I think that, you know, personally, that's what it is. Because I would go, if I see a concert, oh, man, it's about to be Bone, 3-6 Mafia, and Twista, I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, or anybody like Nas and Wu-Tang, I'm going. Because I can relate to the music. Yeah. If they tell me, hey, I want you to go see Sexy Red and Mulatto. Yeah. I think Mulatto's very attractive.
And Lotto got bars, bro.
I fucks with Lotto. Lotto got bars, man.
She does have bars.
I do. I fucks with her. You know what I mean? But, you know, just like some new rappers, right? I don't really know who they are. Like, I'm like
Doja Cat or some shit.
I'm not fucking with
Ice Spice. You're not trying to go see
Ice Spice or fucking Doja Cat.
I mean, well, that's word though.
She kind of weird to me too, bro.
Yeah,
anyhow,
strange,
strange individual. But I don't like fuck with her music. But
shout out to Doja Cat.
Hey, man, I hope she got all the money she can get. She ain't getting none of mine. But still. But yeah, it's like I can't relate to it, man. Yeah. That's why, you know, I'm like, I'm older, bro. Like, this is the young. Like, if I listen to, like, okay, so if we listen to Aiden, right? I listen to Aiden music. I can't relate to shit Aiden listen to.
That's real.
We years apart.
But the wild part is it makes, and that's kind of crazy. Like, we definitely sound like old people now. So like,
I don't want to sound like the old bitter dude.
But it makes sense to the current generation. It doesn't make sense to us, and I'm only really feeling like this now after listening to you. It doesn't make sense to us as our parents, as our music didn't make sense to our parents because it's like a entirely different speech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole nother language, even they slang. Like, I heard a shorty say something like he had Riz. I didn't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? I
if it weren't for Aiden, I wouldn't know what the fuck Riz was.
You know what I'm saying? What is Riz?
Riz is like charisma.
Oh, come
on. If it wasn't for Aiden, I would not know what Riz was.
That shit sounds like
I wouldn't know.
The Riz sounds like you prematurely ejaculated on yourself and you did. It's like real shit. Like, oh shit, shorty so fine, I Riz myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was I'm saying to me, charisma. All right.
It's literally where it came from.
I didn't know that. I'm just telling you.
He said Riz. I learned this.
Riz and Riz do not sound alike.
I'm trying to tell you when I heard it.
Blurred could be that word.
Nah, son. Riz, man. Like I rizzed on her face, you know.
I rizzed on her face. Gave her some charisma. Gave her some charisma. I don't want to sound like an old nigga that be sounding all bitter and shit. Man.
You don't sound bitter because you.
I respect them. I just be like, yo, where y'all gonna take it? It's been handed upon to y'all. Yeah. Y'all making way more money than y'all predecessors.
But that they have to have some sort of guidance. That's the thing too. And the game has been played with. That's why I was saying, like, hopefully now with this 50-year thing, it's bringing the old heads back to the forefront. The shorties can only take it as far as what they know to take it. You know, they can have new and great ideas, but if they have no idea of where they came from or how it was built, they won't be able to take it into the future like they need to.
Yeah, I mean, some people, it depends on if they listen to the older people. You know what I mean? Like, I think some of the coldest rappers, right, you know, they listen to older people. Yeah. Like, I heard KRS One said that, you know what I'm saying, it was on a little video, it was on Facebook.
Yeah, clip or something.
Yeah, it was a clip. He said that younger people move faster amongst younger people when they listen to older people. And older people move faster amongst older people when they speak to younger people.
Yeah.
So if you had this disconnect, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's some real shit.
But it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
You know, think about how much game you soaked up from somebody older, or even when you may have been speaking to an older person. They're like, man, I would have never thought I would have learned that from you.
Yeah,
You
but
know
at the
what I'm saying?
same time, you gotta listen to the young people and understand what they're going through because their time is not our time.
True.
They coming up in a different time than what we grew up. Everything's faster than it was. We came up, we was outside. We didn't have internet. We didn't have the information as fast as they're getting it now.
You had to be out there in it to get the information.
Yeah, you can go in the studio now. They have home studios now. You can record the studio with a microphone and a computer. We ain't had that. You had to go to a real studio.
Turn your whole bathroom into a full studio.
You feel me?
Now,
So it's just a different time. So we got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, try to stay in the know of what they got going on to see some creative stuff that they got going. But, some of the stuff I'm just cut off from it, man. I don't really understand it, man.
So it does come back to that. It's a lack of understanding. If we can grow in understanding from generation to generation, there'll be a better outlook for the future because, as you just stated, if the older generation can't connect with the younger generation and the younger generation isn't listening, then how will we really feel their problems? We won't have any empathy for the problems they're going through. It'll be shit like these young people be, you grouping them all together when there are specific things that make these young folks like they are.
Yeah,
you feel me? And I don't think that's something that for our generation they really thought about or cared about until now we're 40, damn near 50 years old. But
I ain't almost 50. I'm 40, but I ain't almost 50. Goddamn it. Let me get to 45 first before you start talking about 50.
42 in 2 months, bro.
I mean, bro, I'm right behind you, but let me stay.
Yeah.
Let me stay close. Let me stay rounded down to 40 right now. Yeah, don't round me up yet. Goddamn it, shit. 50 is a half a century, nigga. I ain't trying to get there yet, shit.
You close enough, nigga.
50 years, bro. I'm almost as old as hip hop, nigga. Goddamn, let me stay down a little bit. Damn.
42 years of hip hop.
Nigga, that's a long time, man. That's 4 decades.
So, like, even with, you know what I'm saying, like, with the content of hip hop, all this shit that they talking about, this over-sexualized shit. So, can we say the same thing about, remember Akinelli? Akinelli gave
Adina Howard.
Man.
Well, she wasn't really a rapper, was she?
No, but that was R&B. I'm going to be a freak until the day.
Well, Lil Kim and Foxy Brown.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not Foxy's, but I don't know. The look, yeah, but the bars not as much.
Well, we could definitely say Lil Kim, when she said, I don't want dick tonight.
Very true, very true.
Eat my pussy right. Yeah. I was like, yo,
that's a classic.
But I mean, that's very vulgar.
Eating my pussy while they watch cartoons. Like, she was,
I mean, she was there.
She had some hard joints. So, what was the difference though between
the bars was better?
The bars were better, weren't they?
The bars were better,
and the chicks, the women weren't over sexualized. It was like she was fine because she was fine.
Nah, I mean she had Biggie writing her shit right, and it was put into a way that was packaged in a very lyrical way.
You look at it like
you know what I'm saying? Like we hear it right now. Where I go?
That's not true.
What you? Okay, sorry.
Recently on social media.
That Biggie didn't write any bars for her?
No, he wrote like one song for her. He'd be in the studio with her, but she wrote her own shit. One of the niggas from Dream Mafia played the air on that shit.
So I ain't gonna front. I never thought that Biggie wrote all his.
So what song was it?
We can't say Kim ain't cold like that.
I know Queen bitch he wrote.
Kim had to write
because it's the fucking it's the shit where what's the track when they rap it?
Stay that bit.
What's the track? He rapped the song.
Yeah, so she could I know you still know.
Yeah, so he rapped. I know. Yeah,
reference track.
He did. I heard the reference track to Queen bitch.
That was an older joint, and I can understand that. That's her first album.
But we'll go back to the way
she kept killing shit though after that. Like
yeah, but the where's the lyrics? So then when I hear now, I wear my thugs, I wear my rounds, my pussy hole pink. My booty hole brown.
That's a real.
And I just like I'm like, okay, all right, you're not gonna package it up or give me some lyrics. It's just but at the same time, yeah, I stop. I'll be like, this is their time. This is if that's what they consuming,
then let it be.
Let it be. You know what I mean? That is their time. I ain't gotta listen to it. I ain't gotta buy it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But that's what it is.
You don't, but it fucks up the culture and the generation. You know what I'm saying? If we don't in some kind of way.
It's no sort of checks, no quality control.
There you go.
But that's what happens when it's flooded now. So now you got everybody can put music out is oversaturated. I heard this young man say, "Is it hip hop or is it hip hop now?"
Very, very, very poppy. So with even these new albums, right? Drake gave us a great piece of work, right? People love Kendrick, But then Kendrick gave you this new album, you know what I'm saying, in which it was well accepted, but one, the shit could have sold more, and two, people actually had the nerve to have certain issues with it, being that it was too fucking like deep of an album. So like, do you niggas just wanna, like, do you niggas not want the balance?
I mean, I feel like they said nowadays people make songs for TikTok.
Yeah.
Cause if your shit ain't going viral with a dance, then it ain't really popping. So if you can't, you got to make it's like a what you call it, a formula everybody use now to make that type of
the
song.
Algorithm. The
Yeah,
algorithm.
I mean, you in the matrix now. So are we gonna get these same cookie cutter ass songs for the rest of our life? The cookie cutter TikTok hot song. But again, this is their time.
Yeah.
So if that's what they consume, maybe an ice age of hip hop will come and they'll freeze over and they'll go back to something else. Maybe there's a bunch of 12, 13, 14-year-olds that's going to shake that shit up and be like, you know what, this shit whack. This is what we're going now. Yeah, they might be like, let me go back. You know, what Nas say? Nothing under the sun is original.
Yes.
So if, you know, maybe this is just a phase and then, you know, the next group of youngsters coming up, they might be like, man, that shit whack. This is what we're going now. We're going back to this. And it might go back to bars and ciphers and shit like that. But right now, this is where it's at because it's easy money. Right. I can't get mad because you're getting paid off that shit.
You see in a way, but you also have to remember all money ain't good money. You need money. So don't ever play yourself thinking you don't need to get paid.
Well, I mean, I can't say that to nobody who fucking eating ramen noodle every night and they broke as fuck and they do a song, they go viral on TikTok and they get rich. I can't get mad at that.
I'm not saying get mad at them, but you need to tell them because even though they eating ramen and they broke as fuck, if they pull the wrong move, then they ass gonna be in the joint trying to get some ramen broke as fuck, or maybe getting fucked. You feel me? Hey, look though, song wise, you remember Fabo? You remember that song Geeked Up?
Yeah, that's my shit.
Okay, do you remember he was like, help me? We never thought that Fabo actually needed help, and we only have so many minutes, so I want to bring this up to you. Fabo really needed help, man. Fabo was popping all them goddamn pills. He was wearing all that colorful shit, and we never helped Fabo.
That's true.
That is true. Hey, man, help the Fabos out there, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Percocet popping partner, you feel what I'm trying to tell you?
There's a lot of that shit going on.
Yeah, help him. Fabo asked us for help, and the song was so cold, we ain't do shit but dance to it.
I mean,
I
was rapping. I mean, he was, I'm geeked up, and I can't sleep, and all the balls keep looking at me.
I'm geeked up, I can't make it on my own. We was like, yeah, Fabo, you can't make it.
And he made a song crying. That's fucked up.
I just wanna be free.
This was before mental health, though, bro.
It was before mental health. Check on your brothers, man. Garland, how much time we got?
Let's wrap it up.
All right, Steve.
Well, hey, man, what's up, man? I appreciate everybody checking in for those who did. It's been a minute.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
More to come.
Yeah.
It's been real. We've been having fun.
Yeah.
Hey, for myself, Fremont Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
My man Anime Day on the boards. And Gabby, sleepy ass.
Yeah.
we gonna check y'all on the next one, man.
Come on, man. We gonna raw dog your eardrums. You heard me?
So be on the lookout. We got the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and all that stuff. Y'all been fucking with it. If you been fucking with it, you know where to find us. If you haven't, we'll let you know. We go flood your box.
Come back so we can flood your box and Riz all over you, okay?
Or down.
Yes.
All right. Hey, yo, we got to go on that note.
Oh, shit.